Hello, how you guys doing? So in this video, we're gonna be doing a recap of September, the entire September, and the setup that we have already posted. If you're in the group, you know the setups, and if you've been following our YouTube channel, you know what are we looking at right now. So there's this setup that I want to talk about that everybody is looking at social media and stuff. The USD CAD, the dollar against the Canadian dollar. Okay, this is the setup that people I've seen. I've seen a lot of posts with this setup. So there it is. So let me just clear it properly so you can see. So a lot of people have been seeing a compression to the downside. Yeah? The compression going down. Okay, the price has been moving. Lower lows, creating lower lows, and then there's the Quasimodo that a lot of people have been seeing. Okay, let's look at the Quasimodo. So there's the shoulder. Okay, there's the shoulder, and then there's the head. So by clicking here at this point, from this point, let me zoom it in a bit so you can see proper. So you see here, you see at this point we had a lot of stop loss, it's a nice level. Basically, it's a nice level of support. So there's a lot of support here, and then obviously there was a lot of stop loss at this point, and then here the stop loss got grabbed. So the stop loss were taken by this point. You see, it's a support. So a lot of people thought the price was gonna go up, and then the price took all the stop loss at this point, what you call a market grab. So the market grabbed all the stop loss and it moved up again. So this is a high liquidity zone. So there's a lot of order at this point going here. So if I could highlight here, going to this point is gonna have a lot of orders here because they've taken all the stop loss on the left hand side now. So this was a significant, let me just repeat what I've just said properly. This was a significant level of support, and then they took the stop loss. So it's a high liquidity zone. So going at this point, expecting the price to actually respect this zone, the price will respect this zone by going here, and then decided to go up again because there's no order here. Okay, let me just delete these lines so you can actually see proper. Let me delete them for you. I thought it was gonna delete this one. Okay, so let me just highlight it again. So at this zone, so right in this point, there's a huge Quasimodo here. Huge Quasimodo, QML stand for Quasimodo level. So at this zone, a lot of people are seeing this position there. I would love to disagree with this one. Reason being, I'm disagreeing. It's a very good setup. It has all the points. It took out the buyers and the sellers. So this is a high liquidity zone. It might work. Hear me out. It might work, guys. It might work, but it's not a good setup because if you can see here at the higher time frame, looking at the higher time frame here, this was the higher time frame. Let me just go to daily, probably in daily to see properly. This was the setup we saw on the higher time frame. We've spoken about this entire fake out here, so you can see the entire the high time frame has a huge fake out. So you can see here, this is the left shoulder, and then this is the head. So this is where the structure got broken. So this is the lower low, and then this is the lower low. So going here, this was very annoying. It was very annoying. Let me just click here so you can see the annoying parts. This was very annoying, guys, because you can see at this point the price never really triggered our entry point, because I've spoken about this base candle. Remember, I've spoken about this base candle on the previous video, where I said the previous video title was called fake outs on the USD dollar against the CAD. I've spoken about this base candle, but it just sent just when it's about to pull the trigger. Just, you see, it never really touched, but you can see it reversed. So there's a lot of things going on at this point. There's a lot of things going on, because if you can see here, it might really respect this zone going up and going to actually test our base candle, which I've spoken about, this base candle. So let me show you what might happen, so you can see clear. So it might go up again and then decide to drop, going to this lower low. This buy that you're seeing on the lower time frame on the 1 hour, it might respect that buy, but I will never go for a buy. It's not a wise idea going for a buy, knowing that the price is on the reversal. Then it might reverse, as much as it hadn't triggered this base candle, but it's not a smart idea to actually go for a buy. So this USD CAD buy is not a good one, guys. This USD CAD, this one, you actually, a lot of people have been seeing the USD CAD is not a good buy. So don't go for a buy just because you're seeing the Quasimodo. So it has to align with the higher time frame. So if the higher time frame is not really saying you should go for a buy, so you shouldn't go for a buy, guys. So that's the reason why I wouldn't go for a buy, because of the higher time frame. So but the setup looks very nice, but it's not a good setup because it doesn't align with the higher time frame. So you always have to look at the higher time frame for more confirmation. So we have this setup. We've spoken about this setup. Luckily it played out very well. You see, it's something that I've posted, I've spoken about on the previous video. So you can see here, this is what I've spoken about. Remember on the previous video I told you about the FTR, and I did videos of him to do some keys. I didn't copy stuff. You know, I was the one who actually taught him fake out. So I was just uploading his video, and actually, if you guys hear from someone else, probably you hear proper. You know, you never know. In class, some teachers you could hear them nicer than others. You know, that's why I uploaded with to do this video, and it's not monetized. I'm not getting any cent from that. It's just showing his work, and I have more followers than him, so there's nothing really I benefit from actually showing his video. So anyway, I was just showing you guys. We've spoken about this NZD CAD. So this setup was on the group. I've spoken about it. FTR, let me just FTR, guys, I've been talking about FTR for a long time. So I'm just gonna highlight. I've done FTR so many times, so I think you guys, even if you're a slow learner now, you understand FTR. So I've spoken about this level, looking at your left hand side. Always looking the left hand side for more information when it comes to the chart. So looking here, by just looking this zone, by just looking the spikes, guys, the spikes are very important. The spikes actually tell you where the price decided to reject it. So you can see here the price rejected, and you can see here the rejection. So by just drawing a horizontal line here, you see this level is very important, right? It's a rejection. So by going up, this price is going up. It was a resistance. And then you can see this candle alone actually tells you, by this size of this candle, I just want to highlight for you. So this candle alone tells you that this level was very important, because it needed a big candle to actually broke the support. So it broke the support, and then it retested, and then it broke. After breaking this time, it actually leaves hidden orders, which was the same base I've spoken about on the USD CAD. This is the same base. It's very similar. You see, it's almost like a doji. I've spoken about this important base candle. So by just highlighting this base, I know that this is where the price would come again and decide to drop. So it did exactly that. You see, after breaking this level, it left a base, and then it retested, and then it decided to drop. So you can see I said the price was somewhere here, so it's gonna go up and then decide to drop. So your stop loss, this was your stop loss. You can see there's nothing has really changed, and the stop loss will just have to be above the base candle. So you would have made money if you listened and watched the video that I've spoken about. Now the videos are very important. The videos actually, they give you signals and they give you an understanding how do you actually spot this setup. So this was an easy fake out. We've spoken about them, guys, so I hope you guys really took this setup. So let's just go for some other setups. There's another setup, it's similar, but this one was very annoying. It didn't really touch the base, this one. So this kind of things happen. So probably my entry point wasn't on point because I was expecting the same thing. Unfortunately, this one, there was no base. There was no base, so I was expecting the price to come here and then decide to drop. So the same thing, same story again. Just looking at the spike, looking where the price broke, and you see the spike, and then the price broke. And then obviously we didn't, unfortunately enough, we didn't have a base candle here. So it would have been more better if we had a base candle, because the base candle actually give us an indication where should we put our entry point. Where should we put our entry point and our stop loss? So this one wasn't that good. So let's look at something else. Looking at something else, probably we'll see some signals and stuff. Okay, nothing here. You know, you can just, when you're analyzing, you need 1 minute to actually see what is happening. So here, this one was a bit tricky, guys. This one was a bit tricky. The odd against the CAD. So so let me just pause a bit. So this one was a bit tricky, but it has the same characteristics. You know, you see the spikes. I've spoken about the spike, rejection, telling you this way the price has been rejection for quite some time, so it might reject again. So let me highlight it, rejection. So it was rejecting and then it went in, and then you see the important, and then there's the base candle. So there's the base for your entry point. So if I could just highlight it a bit, same thing, there's the base, and then the price decided to drop, and then it decided to drop again. As I was saying, guys, there's this base here. You see here, let me show you this trick. So this one just need me to explain a bit. You see the spike here at this candle, this is the base. But in order for you to see this base, you actually need to go to a lower time frame. So if I could just highlight it for you guys, I've actually did a video explaining this base candle. So this is a base. You see, just on the spike on the candle, this is a base. So let me just, you see, this is where the price actually turned exactly on the base. So let me show you the base. Just go like this. You see, this is where I highlighted. So let's go to a lower time frame. Okay, it didn't show the base exactly on the lower time frame. It didn't show the base on. Okay, there it is. You see, this is the base. On 15 minutes. It's a small candle, but it doesn't look as a base. But I'm gonna explain what the characteristics of the base. A characteristics of a base candle is when the price is losing momentum. Okay, let me show you when did the price lose momentum. You see here, this is a big black candle showing that there were huge sellers. Here there wasn't huge sellers, so the price lost momentum. So this is a drop, base, drop. So drop, base, drop. So if you go to 5 minutes, you'll actually see this candle was different than others. You see, this is a base. You see, there it is, and there is this between these two black candles. So you understand what a base candle is when the price lose momentum. This where the price lost momentum on this base. So highlight here. You see, that's where the price lost momentum. So it hit, and then it decided to drop again. So it was a very good base. because you need to understand price action. Okay, let's look at something else. You see this one. Okay, let's go to, let me just zoom it in a bit. Okay, what is happening here? What is happening here? Okay, there's nothing much, or probably it's because on the lower time frame here, there's nothing much here. There's nothing much here. Nothing much here. So yeah, nothing much. So let's go here. So let me see here. This one, the same theory, the same fake out, the same FTR happened here. What I've spoken about, what we're spoken about. So let me just go. This one, the same theory that I've spoken about, the same theory that I've spoken about. Okay, let me just zoom it in. You see, spikes, guys. Look at the spike candles. Look at the spike candles. Look at the spikes. Okay, look at the spike. The spike. You see, spike here, spike here, spike here, spike here. Né? So whenever the price, there's the base above. So it's above this point. So you have to highlight the base above this point. So I've highlight the base above this point. So okay, so the price broken and retested. There's the base. Let me just go forward. You see, there's the base. You see, there's the base. So it tested the base, and then the price decided to do what? To drop. Exactly. Just above the base. So the base is very important for entry point. Your stop loss needs to be here at this point. So the price decided to go down a bit, you know, so goes down a bit. So this is the part 1 of this video. I want to do another video and analyzing this one. I'm just doing a recap. So I'm gonna do part 2. Make sure you click the link on the description where you're gonna get a newsletter about new videos and PDFs and all those stuff. I'm gonna leave the newsletter on the description and on the comments. So bye for now. Thank you.